I made fan art of Nyahn Umineko from Chain-Smoking Cat Girl anime. This is, using for thumbnails, this is video 3 of 5. So the 2 videos before this and the 2 videos after this will have more fan art of Nyahn Umineko made with Grok AI. I'll be honest. The truth is, I am tired. What do you mean by that? My game has already achieved its purpose when my fight with Battler ended. And yet, for various reasons, the game has repeated several times since then. To be perfectly honest, I am tired of it. To be honest, that isn't the answer I was expecting at all. So, you want to surrender? Really? Simply put, I don't care either way. Do you guys see either or either? It doesn't matter whether I surrender or whether we're vanquished by you. This sounds more like you're willing to go down fighting. I simply wish to have the curtain closed on this game board and tale, regardless of who does the deed. Of course, that was a lie. She knew she couldn't win, even if she fought. For now, their best option was to play for time. They would fix Erica's attention to this spot, and during that time, Battler and the others would steal the key from Burenyu while she was completely off her guard. Once they had the key, they would return to the Golden Land, use that key to let Angie open the door to the future and see her off. That was their goal line. Everything that happened after that would be inside of the cat box. Angie would live on to the future with hope. No one would know whether Beato and the others were alive or dead. That was enough. The only strategy Beato and the others could use to achieve this was to buy time. If you do surrender, it may be a bit of an anticlimax, but it will save me a lot of trouble. But, well, it's not quite so simple, you see, and this is just between you and me. As you may know, the great Lady Lambda Delta is staying here. She is, pushing us to show her a dramatic climax. That's a pretty cruel whim to force on someone. How are a few wimpy people in what's basically an already solved puzzle supposed to fight against our fleet with its hundreds of thousands of troops? Very true, very true. The gap in strength is overwhelming. We told her that it wouldn't even be a fight, but, well, Lady Lambda Delta didn't listen and just said she would bring some of her friends to support us. So we should fight with everything we had. Lady Lambda Delta's friends. Unlike Burenyu, who kept to herself, Lambda Delta had many friends. Her friends and patrons were either territory lords of great influence who came from all over the place, or else monsters that had become legends in their own lifetimes. In all seriousness, her so-called fan club had enough size and influence that it could have suddenly declared itself a separate country in the Sea of Fragments without anyone being overly surprised. This is quite a problem for us. With Lady Lambda Delta all ready for action without any regard for us, she keeps calling up friends and acquaintances on the phone from all over the place, telling them to come over. Of course, this was all a lie. Lambda Delta had turned into a small candy comet and was now shooting towards the City of Books, with Battler and Angie in tow. So to make sure that Lambda Delta's and Battler's absences were not noticed, everyone was crowded around the arbor, pretending to argue furiously with each other. Battler-sama, give us your decision. We, the 7 Sisters of Purgatory, are prepared for death at any time. I firmly oppose taking a last stand that would lead to our deaths. What could possibly be gained by dying? What I find best about this is the solidarity they all have. They're arguing, but they actually all have the same opinion. They're all unanimous in they're wanting to support Battler and Angie and defying Erica. They're just playing two different parts of a play, but everybody's on the same side. But you don't want Erica to know that. How can you be such a coward? It is inconceivable that we should live on in shame as prisoners. There are times when the mere fact of being alive gives one opportunities. Yes, indeed, a short temper makes a bad leader. Battler, if you call yourself a man, now's the time to act like one. The great Lambda Delta Sama is even willing to help out, right? I agree. These are the times when a man has to make a tough decision. In many cases, the timing of a decision is more valuable than the decision itself. If we surrender, they might not be violent. You can't be serious. Weren't you supposed to be a male lion? Where are your fangs now? If death awaits us regardless, I would rather die as a wolf than a pig. Are you stupid? Are you saying you want to die like a dog? It all depends on the strength of the support Lambda Delta-san can provide. Lambda Delta-san, are your friends really strong enough to win against them? It's a bet. We'll either surrender and die, or we'll lose a bet and die. Interesting. In that case, our chances for survival must be higher if we take that bet. An honorable surrender will surely cause the Great Court to show mercy. They're backed by the Senate, aren't they? Sure, they'll hem and haw, but we'll all see the guillotine in the end. Anyway, let's all calm down. Cool your heads. I'm opposed to letting our emotions control us. Why don't you calm down first? We have another possible strategy. Mutually assured destruction. We might not be able to win, but if we can convince them that we plan on taking enough of them with us, that might force our opponents to show restraint. So basically, if they're determined to attack, we'll let them know we aren't going to go down without doing some damage first. It's like, we may all die, but some of you will die with us. Hee. All of Lambda Delta's friends are incredible. She knows lots and lots of witches, beasts, demons, and gods, all of which have really, really huge legends and histories. Even if those ships outnumbered the stars in the sky, Lambda Delta's friends would wipe them out with a single blast. Hee. But will this really work? She hasn't seen through our act yet, has she? It is working. You must speak more forcefully as well. Do not worry about politeness. Enough, you gutless swine. Do you lack the backbone to finish with a bang? Hold on. Don't forget that some of us are opposed to fighting. I think we should surrender. What? Goda! You loser-loving fool! Ow! Ouch, Master! It's just neck. Ah! Well, it looks like the debate has gotten quite heated. So, will we surrender?